Good morning, YouTubians. It's Kermit's Ghost. You can call me Alan. It is Monday the 13th of October 2025. It's a Blu-ray release day. Some of the titles coming out include Mission Impossible The Final Reckoning. I'm really looking forward to that movie. Got Casper on 4K. The Return of the Living Dead's getting an Arrow release, 4K and Blu-ray. Curse of Frankenstein, as well as the 1977 horror film Prey from 88 Films, plus several others which I'll show you once I get to HMV. I'll also be taking a quick look inside IKEA this morning, as we've got an IKEA now in Brighton, so I'll look at the bookcases. I'm not after a bookcase myself, but I thought I'd take a look, see what options they have available, and I'll take a couple of empty Blu-ray cases with me so you can see how big they look on the shelves. Plus, whilst I'm in the city, I'll grab myself a nice hot latte from Costa Coffee, not a sponsor. But before I head out, I want to show you this parcel that arrived midweek. Box of slipcovers kindly sent to me by Alan Jones, so I'll take a quick look at these first and then I'll head off to HMV. I'll see you all soon. Well, sooner than you think. So this is the package of slipcovers that Alan Jones kindly sent my way, so let's take a look at them. Okay, so I'm going to pop the slipcovers on the floor in a pile. No need for me to read the titles out for you. I will, however, read the note that Alan put inside the package and say, "Thanks, Alan. You, mate, are a star." So the note reads, "Hi Alan, I just thought I'd send you a few more slipcovers I no longer need. Welcome back to YouTube, from Alan Jones." Thank you, mate. It's nice to be back. If you have them or you don't need them, feel free to do with them as you wish. When on first glance, I would say I will use probably 70 to 80% of these, and with the rest, I will pass them on to a good home. Here I go into HMV, and in no particular order, I'm going to start with Mission Impossible The Final Reckoning. This sees Tom wrap up the franchise and save us all from a malevolent artificial intelligence. Alongside Tom Cruise, it stars Hayley Atwell, Simon Pegg, Ving Rhames, Pom Klementif, Nick Offerman and Angela Bassett. This is co-written and directed by Christopher McQuarrie, who also directed the last 4 Mission Impossible movies. And it's reported this one is one of the highest budgeted films ever made, with it being an estimated $300 to $400 million production. The Blu-ray is priced at £14.99. The 4K is priced at £24.99. There's a 4K limited edition steelbook, which is priced at £34.99. There's also a Dead Reckoning Blu-ray double pack, which comes in at £19.99. And a 4K double pack, which is also priced at £34.99. Next is the Dai Gothic Japanese Ghost Stories Volume 2 box set from Radiance Films, which includes Demon of Mount Oye from 1960, which is about samurai warriors who band together to defeat a shape-shifting supernatural creature. Next is The Haunted Castle from 1969, which is about a blind monk who is killed when he refuses to let his sister be taken by a warlord for his concubine, so the sister summons a capped demon to exact revenge. And next is The Ghost of Kasane Swamp, which is from 1970, another revenge film. Samurai kills as a masseuse before sleeping with his wife. Samurai dumps their bodies into a swamp, but the victims' ghosts come back. This box set is limited to 4,000 copies. It comes with an 80-page perfect bound book and is priced at £44.99. The Curse of Frankenstein next. This is a science fiction horror British Hammer film from 1957, which sees Victor Frankenstein trying to create the perfect human. Unfortunately, the brain he uses was damaged during the tussle. This stars Peter Cushing as Victor and Christopher Lee as his creature. This film was directed by Terence Fisher, who also made the 1958 film Dracula, as well as The Mummy, The Hound of the Baskervilles, Bride of Dracula, The Curse of the Werewolf, The Devil Rides Out, and many, many more monster movies. The Blu-ray is priced at £24.99, or just £5 more you can get the 4K, which is priced at £29.99. There's also a large box limited edition set which comes with a double-sided poster, 8 art cards, a 68-page comic, plus a 168-page booklet, but that will cost you £59.99. The Florida Project next on Second Sight. This is a coming-of-age drama from 2017, co-written and directed by Sean Baker. It's about a 6-year-old girl and her summer adventure. She lives with her mother, who's out of work, in a motel in Kissimmee, Florida, which is a stark contrast to Walt Disney World and the mass consumerism that is situated nearby. The title of the film was actually the working title of the theme park while it was being built. This stars Willem Dafoe and Brooklyn Kimberly Prince. The Blu-ray is priced at £23.99. By the way, the original release is still on sale in store for just £6, and the 4K is priced at £26.99. Next is The Crimson River. This is a French psychological thriller from the year 2000, and it follows two detectives as they investigate a number of gruesome murders which happen in and around a university campus, and this is all set in the valley of the French Alps. It stars Jean Reno and Vincent Cassel. The Blu-ray is priced at £17.99, and the 4K is priced at £24.99. Next is Prey, aka Alien Prey from 88 Films. This is a science fiction horror from 1977. It's about an alien who's sent to Earth to see if humans would make a good food source. It stars Barry Stokes, Gloria Annan and Sally Faulkner. Quite a short film this, just an 85-minute runtime, and it's priced at £16.99. The Return of the Living Dead next from Arrow. This is a comedy horror from 1985 set over Independence Day in Kentucky, USA. A drum of military toxic gas is accidentally unleashed by a warehouse worker, causing the undead to rise. Can the military contain the outbreak? Well, watch it and find out. Directed and co-written by Dan O'Bannon, the Blu-ray, which comes with a double-sided poster, is priced at £24.99, and the 4K, which also comes with that double-sided poster, is priced at £29.99. Malpatui, aka The Legend of the Doom House next from Radiance Films. This is a Belgian fantasy horror from 1972 which stars Orson Welles and Susan Hampshire. It's about a bedridden occultist who gathers his family to divide his estate, but if you accept his terms it means you can never leave the premises alive. This one is priced at £22.99. Playful White Fingers, aka Delicate Skillful Fingers next from 88 Films. This is a Japanese crime drama from 1972. About a girl who hooks up with her boyfriend's ex-girlfriend and his old cellmate when he gets arrested for pickpocketing. This one is priced at £14.99. Pocket Money, aka Small Change next from Radiance Films. This is a French film co-written and directed by Francois Truffaut. This is set in the summer of 1976 in France, and it follows the lives of adolescent boys and girls as they come of age, ranging from a boy being abused at home, a boy fancying his teacher, someone practicing chat-up lines, to a first kiss. This is limited to 3,000 copies and will set you back £17.99. Big Boys next from Icon Film Distribution. This is a coming-of-age comedy drama from 2023. It's about a young 14-year-old boy who develops feelings for his cousin's boyfriend. This stars Isaac Krasner, David Johnson III and Emily Deschanel. This one is priced at £14.99. Le Quai de Brume, aka Port of Shadows, next on Studio Canal. This is a 1938 French melodrama about a war deserter who travels to the Havre city port, where he happens to meet a young female runaway who ropes him in to her complicated life. This one is priced at £14.99. Jacob's Ladder, next on Studio Canal. This is a psychological horror from 1990, directed by Adrian Lin. This stars Tim Robbins as Jacob. He is an ex-Vietnam vet who is suffering from what seems like PTSD, or is it something more sinister? Look out for a 10-year-old uncredited Macaulay Culkin in this, and this one is priced at £14.99. Next is Naruto Volume 8, which has episodes 193 through to 220, total of 27 episodes put onto 4 discs. This aired from June 2013 through to December of the same year, and it's priced at £44.99. This one carries a 12 certificate. Next is Uncle Sam. This is a slasher classics number 58 from 88 Films. It's a black comedy slasher film from 1996 directed by William Lustig. It's about Sam Harper, a master sergeant who is killed by friendly fire in combat, flown home, and then he comes back from the dead to run amok. This one is priced at £16.99. Halloween next from 101 Films. This is a horror film that was written and directed by Phil Claydon, and this sees a journalist and a doctor try to trace why there was a clown craze back in 2016, which they traced to a serial killer currently in jail. This is priced at £14.99 and it carries a 15 certificate. Tron Legacy on 4K. I did show this on the 29th, but this is the actual release date. This is a science fiction and action film from 2010. About a son who's looking for his missing father that is trapped inside a video game from 1982. Stars Jeff Bridges, Olivia Wilde and Garrett Hedlund. This one is priced at £24.99. Blue Lock Episode Nagi next. This is about a lazy, annoying student who has a talent for football and gets invited to the Blue Lock project. There he meets the best strikers from around the country. This one's got a runtime of 2 hours and is priced at £14.99. The World is Still Beautiful, the complete collection next. This is about 2 royals who are committed to a marriage, but the king of the Sun Kingdom, who is very young, has his princess from the Rain Kingdom thrown into prison. Not the best start to a marriage, but don't worry, I'm sure it'll work out fine. This one is priced at £29.99. Q next from Axiom Films. This is a French erotic drama from 2011. It's about a 20-year-old woman who loses her father and then turns to having multiple sexual partners, both male and female, to deal with her grief. This film carries an 18 certificate and is priced at £14.99. Next is Casper on 4K. This is 30 years old now, but it's not down as an anniversary edition. It's a supernatural comedy from 1995, and believe it or not, beside the main 2 characters, Christina Ricci and Bill Pullman, there's also cameo appearances on Dan Aykroyd, Mel Gibson, Rodney Dangerfield and Clint Eastwood. This one is priced at £21.99. Tanika are Over the Moon for you, Season 2 next from Crunchyroll. It's about newlyweds that met under unusual conditions. This contains 13 episodes put onto 3 discs, and it has a runtime of 425 minutes. This one will set you back £34.99. Bartender Glass of God next. This is a Japanese manga series from Crunchyroll. It's about a talented Tokyo barkeep that has the ability to alleviate what troubles you. It's got 12 episodes put onto 2 discs, and this will set you back £34.99. Bad Channels next from 88 Films. This is a sci-fi comedy adventure from 1992. It's about aliens who invade a radio station and put a signal out to lure in women, who they then shrink and put into glass tubes. But a journalist and a DJ are trying to thwart them. This is priced at £14.99. Short Sharp Shocks Volume 4 next from BFI. This contains the following short stories: The Fatal Night, Death in the Hand, Strange Experiences, Halloween Party and the Laughing Clown, Night Ride, Mirror Mirror, Scarecrow, Red, Sanctum, Play Safe Frisbee and Play Safe Electricity, and Black Angel. This 2-disc set will set you back £19.99. Flow next on 4K. Until now, the only 4K edition for sale in the UK was a limited edition digipack, so here is the standard 4K. This is about a cat that loses its home during a flood, and it has to do what it can to survive. This won the Best Animated Feature at this year's Academy Awards. You can expect to pay £24.99 for this release, and it includes stickers and a trading card. Twin Peaks Fire Walk With Me. This is a 4K Criterion release, and in case you're wondering, this is a film that is a prequel to the 1991-1992 TV show. The 18-episode Season 3 came out in 2017. This is about a missing teenage prostitute case that has been investigated by the FBI. This was co-written and directed by David Lynch, and it will set you back £29.99. Well, for me this week, probably Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning and maybe the film Prey. But put down in the comments what you plan to pick up this week, if anything at all. So here I go up the escalator into IKEA, who actually purchased the entire mall recently and extended the opening hours in the evening to 8 p.m. Okay, so this is the infamous IKEA Billy bookcase. They are asking £90 for this. They've not got a big selection here. I feel this is a little bit too deep. It's going to make your room look a lot smaller. It's 2 Blu-rays deep. I suppose you could elevate the back row so you can see the titles. Now this is quite a nice compact display case. You can have figures, so you've got a Terminator skull. You can put it on one of the shelves, hook up some lights. I put a Blu-ray case inside so you can judge the size. IKEA are asking £40 for this unit. And the only other bookcase they had on display was called the Longmarp, and that was priced at £150. It does feature decorative mouldings on the top and the bottom, but again, it's just a little bit too deep for Blu-rays. Hey everybody, welcome back. 4 titles to talk about, so it's quite a bit to get through. Let's crack on with it. Okay, first one to show you is The Negotiator, aka Beirut. This is a political thriller from 2018, directed by Brad Anderson. Now, his films include The Machinist, Vanishing on 7th Street and Fractured, all of which I own and enjoy. It stars John Hamm as Mason Skiles. He is a US diplomat working in foreign affairs, and he's living in Beirut with his wife, and together they're looking after a 13-year-old Palestinian boy. But during one of their dinner parties, gunmen show up and the boy is kidnapped. The boy is called Karim. He's got a brother that's been linked to the Munich massacre in 1972, and during the kidnapping Mason's wife is killed in the crossfire. And this starts in 1972, but then we jump ahead to 1982, where Mason is no longer working for the government. He's drinking heavily and he's living back in the United States of America. But he's called back into duty when his friend and former colleague is abducted by kidnappers who request Mason to be the negotiator personally. I won't say any more story-wise, but I will mention it also stars Rosamund Pike as a CIA field agent, and Dean Norris, aka Big Jim from Under the Dome. He's a fellow government operative. Quite a slow-paced movie, so if you're going to watch it, be prepared for that, but the performances are solid and the story is rewarding in the end. It's got a runtime of 1 hour 49 minutes. Let's take a look inside. So the front cover image has been put onto the disc. So that was The Negotiator. Okay, next film to show you is Neither the Sea Nor the Sand. This is an 88 Films release and it's part of their Tygon film range. This is a British horror movie from 1972 and it's directed by Fred Burnley, who was primarily a director on the TV documentary series Wicker's World, if you can remember that. Now this stars Susan Hampshire as Anna Robinson, and she's just moved to Jersey after leaving her husband. Susan, by the way, is still alive and kicking, and she's acting as well. She's 88 years old, God bless her cotton socks. Anyway, not long after arriving on the island, she meets a young man called Hugh and they start up a relationship. But she's kind of questioning whether or not she's in a rebang relationship. But Hugh is adamant that in his mind it's long term. Hugh, by the way, is played by Michael Petrovich. Now, as time goes on, Hugh, whilst frolicking around on the beach with Anna, suddenly and unexpectedly drops dead. And he's pronounced so by the local doctor as well. And if that isn't bizarre enough, Hugh, later that very night, comes back from the morgue to visit Anna. Now, is he a zombie? Is he a ghost? Is he immortal? Or was the doctor wrong about his diagnosis? Well, you're going to have to watch it and find out for yourself. Now, the film is very much of its time. And what the hell was that first lovemaking scene all about? It was bizarre. And why was Hugh's foot in Anna's face? Anyway, I digress. As for picture quality, well, it was dark more often than not. It was very low quality. So if you have the DVD, I'd stick with that or just wait for this one to be on sale. It's got a runtime of 1 hour 36 minutes. Let's take a look inside. The slipcover and the cover have the same image, which is commissioned artwork by Sean Longmore, and very talented he is. And Sean went that extra mile and created some separate artwork for the disc. On the reverse of the cover, I'm assuming it is the original poster image, and there is a 20-page booklet included. So that was Neither the Sea Nor the Sand. Next one to show you is The Shootist. This is a western from 1976, directed by Don Siegel. Great director. His films include the 1956 version of Invasion of the Body Snatchers, Coogan's Bluff, Escape from Alcatraz, and Two Mules for Sister Sarah, amongst many others. Now this stars John Wayne as J.B. Books. He is an aging gunslinger and a former sheriff, and this, by the way, is set in 1901 as Books arrives in Carson City, where he learns from the local doctor that he has terminal cancer. That doctor is played by none other than James Stewart. So Books starts to look for local lodgings, and he decides to stay at Mrs. Rogers' house. Mrs. Rogers is a widow, played by Lauren Bacall, and she has a son called Gillum, odd name, played by Ron Howard, who Books eventually befriends. Local sheriff is called in to warn Books off and is delighted when he learns of his terminal condition. The sheriff is Walter, being played by Harry Morgan, who you'll probably best know as Colonel Potter from MASH. So Books tells the sheriff that he's got some unfinished business to settle in Carson City before his demise, but will he get to do that or not? Well, you have to watch it and find out. Now, this is an excellent film, John Wayne's last on-screen role. Despite dying a few years later from stomach cancer himself, he didn't actually have cancer at the time of filming. The performances are second to none in this film. I've got to say, Arrow have done a really good job for the most part with this transfer. I've yet to check out the extras though. It's got a runtime of 1 hour, 39 minutes. Let's take a look inside. So the slipcover and the cover have the same image, and that is newly commissioned work by Juan Esteban Rodriguez. On the reverse of the cover is the original poster image. The front cover image has been put onto the disc. There's an advertisement for Salem's Lot, and there is a 32-page booklet inside. So that was The Shootist. Next and last is Megan 2.0, sci-fi action film from this year, co-written and directed by Gerald Johnston. Gerald also directed the first Megan movie. So this is set 2 years after the first film, and of course the military now has sole access to the android technology. They've obviously weaponized it, and the government's new android is Amelia, and she's lethal and operating behind enemy lines. Gemma, who was Megan's original creator, is played by Alison Williams, is now an advocate for android control. She's working on a new project of endoskeleton technology. And Gemma's back working with her original team, Cole and Tess. And then, of course, there is Megan. Now, if you remember from the end of the first film, she downloaded herself into Gemma's smart home servers. And Megan, well, she's been observing Gemma for the last 2 years, and she offers to help her bring down the rogue Amelia via a creepy message on the TV. But is her offer genuine, or does she plan to join forces with the other deadly android? Well, you have to watch it and find out for yourself. Also stars Violet McGraw as Gemma's niece, Katie. Don't like her. Ivano Sagno as the android Amelia, and Jermaine Clement as a tech billionaire. He was the actor who voiced the big crab in Moana. I enjoyed this one. Not sure about the whole nuclear bunker that was built under Gemma's house, unbeknownst to her, but you just have to go with it. It had humour and just the right amount of violence in this film. Picture quality, of course, was flawless, and it's got a runtime of 2 hours, 1 minute. Let's take a look inside. So they put the title on a white background on the disc. So that was Megan 2.0. So that was it. Have you seen any of those? Do you plan to pick them up, or just want to leave a comment? Then do so down below. I will read every single one, and I'll try to reply if I have the time. Give the video a thumbs up, really does help the channel, and subscribe if you haven't. It's all free. Why wouldn't you? On that note, all that's left to say is thank you so much for choosing my channel today and watching my video. Take care. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.